The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Trojans will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ncaa. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. So much history and pageantry in this rivalry, guys, but the trophy, the jeweled shillelagh, is a little bit under the radar.
It is. It's beautiful to look at, but I think people are always just focused on these two blue blood programs. Notre Dame, USC. This is interconference, national championship, and Heisman implications seemingly always on the line late in the year when these two teams play.
Always so cool, coast to coast. Something matters, something on the line. You're right, this game is always fun to watch. The jeweled shillelagh.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Going for the big play. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
He'll bring it back. It's Marks. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So USC's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Caught behind the line. It's 4. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, Paul, when you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans, and you're right, we could go on and on and on. And it always seems like those guys play their best games in this rivalry classic.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the laundry marked the field, 1st and 5 for this offense. Takes the handoff. It's Marks. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the right side. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. There have been many memorable games in this rivalry. It was memorable for Notre Dame last year, not so much for SC as the Trojans got blown out.
No, and Notre Dame's a team that we've seen in the playoff in recent years, and they want to get there consistently. To do that, they've got to win rivalry games like this. You're going to play a big-time opponent like USC with all of that talent and that coaching staff. You're going to have to play at a very high level. Last year, David, they put the stomp down on the Trojans.
They did. They used that big shillelagh and laid the hammer and took care of business. And you've seen Notre Dame, have these years now where they've had really good seasons, but we want to see them build on it and do multiple good seasons in a row. That means beating your rival, beating USC consistently. Let's see what the Irish have today.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete to the left. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at...
Ball in the air, intercepted! Going the other way, and he's got room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Southern Cal! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Leonard. Fires to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
That's why it's so important.